Well, this is wonderful. So the video didn't record. So I'm gonna redo this again. This is a review for In the Labyrinth of Drakes by Marie Brennan, and this is book 4 in the Lady Trent Memoirs series. I will get right into it. So of course this is a fantasy and a high fantasy and dragon fantasy and several other types of fantasy, and just really enjoyable series so far. So I read this book back in January now. It's been a while coming. I wrote the review in February and I'm filming the review in April. So my thoughts aren't quite as fresh, so thankfully I have the review written that I can just basically read off my review. So this is one of my favorite books that I've read in a while, at least at the time of reading it, and I think that's still pretty accurate. If you followed the channel much, you know I've talked quite a bit about this series and how much I'm enjoying it, and this book was no different. Because it's book 4 in a series, I can't really go into a whole lot plot and detail wise because I'll spoil the first 3 books in the series, which is fine if you've read them, but if you haven't, this is still supposed to be a spoiler-free read. But there really is a lot of wonderful things in this book. First off, we visit a new location that we haven't seen before. That's kind of been the MO for each of these books, is we go to a new place and we study a new type of dragon in each book. And that's great. And I really enjoy it, and this book was no different. We get to go to a desert this time, which for some reason I really like deserts for fantasy settings. There's just a whole lot you can do there. It has a new culture that we haven't explored yet, and new ruins and dragons to meet. The dragons are great. They're described as being what people typically think of when they hear the word dragon, and it's wonderful. Seeing all the other dragons throughout the series has been great. Like, I absolutely love the exploration of the different types of dragons and how they affect, and are they really dragons, and that type of thing. But nothing really beats finding that classic fire-breathing dragon that we all know and love. There's also a very blatant Smaug reference, when describing the dragons, and that made me so happy when I read it. Of course, Tolkien's my favorite author. I can't help but love getting a Tolkien reference at any time, and I'm pretty sure, and maybe it wasn't specifically a Smaug reference, but it sure sounded like it. I'm pretty sure it described it almost word for word the way that Tolkien described something. The relationships in this one was also great. Getting to spend some more time with Andrew, getting to spend some time with Andrew was really good. It was a character that we needed to get a chance to spend some time with, as well as seeing more of Suhail, who's a very good character as well. Some of the greatest moments in this book are actually character moments more than plot or fantasy moments. So this whole series is really it's a memoir, so it's written as a memoir, supposing to be about Lady Trent and her journey. And so because of that, while there is definitely a plot to each of the books, it is largely a character-driven story. And that's a great way to tell this story, the story that's being told. I don't know that it would work with all stories. In fact, it doesn't work with all stories. But having these books be character-driven is a very smart idea. We also get to explore more of the Draconian ruins, and it's so cool to see all the information, lore, and thought that went into this culture. You can really tell that a lot of thought went into developing this culture, taken a little bit from cultures of Earth and stuff like that, which is a great way to make it a little bit easier on yourself, but still make it feel realistic, is to incorporate aspects of the cultures of Earth into these fantasy cultures. So that was really cool too. So far, each of the books in the series have gotten progressively better, but also each has had something that makes me not give it a full 5 stars, something that I'm not quite enjoying as much. And because of that, none of them up to this point have been 5 stars, but this one is the closest that they've gotten so far. I don't know how the series will end, but I'm pretty hopeful that it will end great. I suspect it will, based on the track record of these first 4 books. I suspect the 5th book is going to be pretty good as well. I don't know when I will get to it. I have to finish the current audiobook that I'm listening to, and then that might be the next one that I listen to, I think. I might be wrong about that. There might be one other one that I have to listen to first. But either way, I am super excited to read the 5th book and finish it up, and overall this series has just been really, really good, and I can't wait to continue on with it and finish it up. So that is my review for In the Labyrinth of Drakes by Marie Brennan. Thank you guys for watching an Erudite adventure. We post videos every Monday and Thursday, and our social media is linked in the description down below. Please like and comment and subscribe if you haven't already. We will see you guys again soon. Stay warm.